Okay, I'm back to continue with these pages, and I'm still at the sewing machine. There's a lot of sewing in these books. I did this pocket. The fabric that I had originally chosen, I really liked it, and that's the one that when I tried to tear it, it went on the bias. I'm trying to find it so I can show you the shape that it made, but I don't see it right now. So anyway, I like the fabric, but I will use that for something else, because I needed this to be a pocket shape. So, but I'm really glad that I switched to this one because I really like the way this turned out. And the muslin and green rickrack, so I like that. So then I stitched the crochet trim here, put the guest check on, and then instead of a fabric flip, I decided to use this wide blanket binding that I got at the flea market, or at Salvation Army, I guess. And I'm just going to stitch that on the top, and you can flip it up on both sides and right under it. And just for a little decoration, I took a scrap of this fabric and gathered it, and I'm just going to sew it here. So I just turned the camera on so you could see this because it's something a little bit different. Get everything right where I want it, and then drop everything. I cut the blanket binding at an angle on both ends just to add some interest, so it wouldn't just be this big yellow block. Whoops. Let's put it on zigzag. So you can lift it up to write. You don't even have to because the writing is underneath that, but here you can lift it up and write under there. And it's a little bit sheer. I'm sure you'll be able to see the writing through it. So I just wanted to show that to you. The next thing I'm going to do is, I'll get all my signatures over here. Here are the signatures from the finished pages. This is a strip of feed sack fabric that I just wrapped around and zigzagged, and then this is a sheet of music paper, and I just stitched a couple little pieces of feed sack fabric there, and this is the odd shape. Well, I said I didn't mind having the odd shapes. This is the piece that I first tore off the bias cut fabric. So that's what we're going to do. So it will be on this page and the music sheet. So I just have to find a piece of fabric that I want to use as my strip. This is pretty. I like that. Sometimes they just jump right out, and other times you look and look and look to find just the right piece. This doesn't match. It doesn't have any yellow in it, but I just really like the contrast of it. Sometimes I like them to have at least some of the same color, and sometimes I just like a complete contrast. So I guess I can't tell you a formula that I use. I just like what, if my eye likes it, I go with it. I'm still on zigzag. With this piece that I showed you, I left it longer, so it's hanging off the end here, both ends. But this piece wasn't long enough to begin with, so sometimes I just use a section like this long to put on the edge. It doesn't have to be the full length. And I don't even mind, obviously, if it goes beyond the length of the page. So that was quick and easy. Now I just need to do the music page. I'm not bringing the box of fabric over this time. I'm just going to paw through it and hopefully it'll be quick. Something will jump out at me. Let me see what page it's going to go on. It's going to be against that yellow page that we just did with the blue and red. It's going to be up against this. That will inform my choice. So I like that. Still wondering what I did with that piece that was on the bias, because it ended up with a triangular shape. Maybe I'll use this. This is one of the scraps that she gave me, and it's got a lot of funky shapes, so I think I'll just cut a piece off of that. This one's cool because it's kind of like an icicle, but it was done with pinking shears. Okay, so I'm just going to use that and another little piece. Then on the music page you can always glue a picture or adhere a piece of lined paper for writing, or just leave it the way it is because you like the look of it. And there we go. So I will do the next two pages from the other two signatures, and then I'll be back to see what else we have to do. I think we're getting close.